Ahoy, Buck fans. Ahoy, ahoy, ahoy. What's up? I'm not even going to ask how you're doing because if you feel the way I feel, this was not a good Tuesday. This was a terrible Tuesday morning. So, all I'm going to say, welcome to Bucks Report the Aftermath. If you haven't, get people to subscribe to our channel. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. If you want to continue to see our handsome, rugged faces, keep saying on YouTube. Also, if you want to hear me talk a little extra shit, AJ turn up on TikTok. But no further ado, though. Yes, it was a heartbreaking game for a lot of different reasons. It was a kick in the nuts for a lot of situations. It was a lot of bullshit happening. It was a lot of suspect, sketchy, ignorant shit going on. But I want to let my fellow Buck fans out there know at the end of the day, despite all that bullshit, that is not the complete reason why we lost. We lost because we lacked this word that I've been putting and instilling into what the Bucks need to do. Aggression. We didn't want it enough. Campbell did. Bowles and Grizzard. Right now, Grizzard, today you are a lizard. How you fucked us. But we're going to get into all of that. But that is why we truly lost, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, officiating was dog shit. But we're not going to blame just them. We're going to break this game down. And we got a surprise special guest coming on in a little bit. So I need y'all to stick around. If you need to, get your rum or your whiskey, get your popcorn, put down the cannon, and let's get ready to vent. And we got Coach Slick, a.k.a. the British guy who's always fly. What's going on, my man?
I'm win or lose we booze, baby. Win or lose we booze. I'm not happy about this shit. This was ugly in every sense of the word. I'm just generally not happy.
I'm not happy neither. I am frustrated. When I say frustrated, I haven't been this frustrated in a this was one of the worst case scenarios for this game. The lack of preparedness that the Bucks were on offense was astounding. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I said this on the pregame. If you guys weren't there, check that out too. I gave us a little history lesson when Byron Leftwich and Tom Brady were here. We played against the Steelers. The Steelers had a banged up secondary, people who were literally just coming off the street. The game plan should have been to attack that secondary with Evans and Godwin and Scotty Miller at the time. That should have been a great game plan. It would have been simple. What do the Bucks do? They go and run and try to run the ball. Did you guys forget that the Steelers were one of the top 10 run-stopping defenses? And we lost that game. Fast forward to the present, Lizard did the same crazy shit. And that's why our offense never took off. And that's why, unfortunately, the most heartbreaking situation is we lost Mike Evans for most of the season. Prayers to Mike Evans. You are a warrior. You will be back. I wish you well. And I'm very sorry for the situation. So 13, you're in my prayers, man. Lizard, get your shit together. You really didn't do us any favors. You were atrocious. You had no creativity. You should have been living out of the 11 and 10 personnel for at least the first two series of your offense. I should have seen Slick more crossing routes. I should have seen Mike Evans run comebacks, hitches, curls. I should have seen Abuka running digs. I should have seen Cade Otton running some seams. They were blitzing up the middle like shit. Why not take advantage? I just don't understand. I don't, and I understand, but I know why, Slick, but it's gonna piss me off. But I'm coming out blazing today, ladies and gentlemen. You played scared, Grizzard. You had more fear and confidence in their team than your own. It should have been fuck Hutchinson. It should have been fuck Campbell. It should have been fuck this secondary. It should have been we are going to test them out. We're going to make them work for everything. The run game would have been there if you would have used the pass to set up. As much as I love Rashad Slick, he's not Bucky. He's not Bucky. He is there to sustain drives, not to be a game changer. Same thing for Tucker. Offensive line was being shuffled around. The simple fact that they moved worse back and forth, Slick, was an example to me, a tale of we're afraid of this front line. And they changed a lot of schemes. They played certain man sometimes, Slick. They played some zone coverages. And Baker had a bad day. He had a bad day, ladies and gentlemen. Baker had a bad day. And with that being said, I leave it over to you, Coach Slick. Give me your analysis, because I don't want to be on here talking for another 40 minutes because it's going to be more flip-floor and filth. So I'm trying to contain myself.
Okay. Well, let me put it this way. We didn't really get the offense coming until about mid to the third quarter, right? That's when the offense actually started to come alive. Some of the referee decisions did deter us, and they did kind of like I would say halt drives. They did kind of things, but ultimately you've got to give credit to their defense, because their defense stopped us. Their defense was good, and this is what good pass rush looks like when you marry it with your back end. If your back end is a bit banged up, your pass rush has to be elite. Pass rush was good enough that they didn't have to. The problem was we didn't scheme how we were going to attack them. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They had walk-ins off the street kind of thing. They did a really good job with what they had. The issue on the table for me is K. Dotton didn't get going until the third quarter. I don't know what it is, but K. Dotton is a fucking nobody until our wide receivers are depleted. He's still running the same shit. He just doesn't get the ball. This guy could be a high-end tight end if given the respect, given the opportunity, and go look for him, because he only seems to be looked for when everybody else is unavailable. We saw it last year, and as soon as everyone came back, it's like, fuck Otten then. It was the fuck Otten show. Otten only seems to get respect and the ball only when everyone else is depleted. And I refuse to believe that he's not that talented, that he's you know what I mean? I refuse to believe it. The reasons they schemed him open later on, because they started to attack the width of the field. You have an entire field to think. You can attack it vertically and you can attack it the width of it horizontally. What you ideally need to do is try and do both. Yes, one player stretches it, another player stretches in it. That causes stress on the defense. That causes the defense to have to fucking cover better. When everyone's congested and all kind of stuck together or all running the same shit, it becomes quite easy, because all you got to do is kind of have a flow. Everyone plays down on it. Everyone plays deep. You need to have guys who are the decoy, not even the decoy runners or the deep route runners. If they get open, boom, you're gonna throw it to them like Emeka did on that one play a few weeks back. And this is the big one. Then you got the underneath guys. They're the ones that you're gonna get the ball. Quick outs. If the pass rush is pissing you off, quick outs, slants, hitches, all that good stuff. Sending Mike Evans on a fucking journey every fucking play was probably not going to help his hamstring. It probably wasn't going to help his hamstring. Okay, so you probably would have wanted to do some comebacks, some stuttering, get it nice and quick, things that doesn't require him to put as much stress on his hamstring straight away. You didn't really want. I would have probably used a Mecca as in more of a Mike Evans role. If it wasn't working, you could always switch it back. But I would have probably sent a Mecca on the deep routes, and I'd probably would have sent Sterling Shepard and maybe had Mike Evans work the slot, play the seam, play the comebacks, play all those kind of the hitches, the quick outs, all that kind of good stuff. The issue is we tried to put everything on Mike, and yeah, Mike Evans, the connection last night was fucking awful. You can we can it's one reason to blame the play calling because the play calling was shoddy, but the execution of those shoddy plays was even fucking worse. I can't understand how we're overthrowing wide receivers that are wide the fuck open. Like, I understand it if you're trying to squeeze a ball in there, but a lot of the time, I counted at least 6 passes that should have been gimmies. One of them should have been a fucking touchdown, and we didn't get fuck all out of them because we're overthrowing wide receivers way too high, as if they're 7 to 8 foot tall, and just not giving them the opportunity to come down with the ball. I don't know if that's the pass rush pushing the ball, pushing him to force the pass, and that way he's put a bit too much on it, potentially. But I tell you what, it was frustrating. It was frustrating. I understand using the run game because you might be able to get using the play action, but the run game was so ineffective. You couldn't. It didn't even keep them honest. Let's be honest. They were way better against us in the pass. It wasn't until the third quarter we woke up and figured out a way how to unlock them and how to beat them out.
Exactly. That's another thing that I want to discuss. Again, the run game, but again, the scheming was trash. Where were the rollouts? Ladies and gentlemen, Lizard. And I want to let everybody know, we are not other Buccaneer podcasts where we're going to walk on eggshells. That's not what we're here for. We give you the uncut, pure shit, the unadulterated shit. That's no knock to anybody else, but we are here to be honest. So yes, you might not ever see me on certain Buccaneers websites, and that's okay. I'm still a fan. I'm still loyal, but this is where I'm going to tell them the truth. I don't sugarcoat shit. If I saw Grizzard right now, I'd say, you fucked up. You were awful. Tighten up. What are you doing? You need to have, that was a game of I'm more scared of the opposing teams. Whatever side Hutchinson is on, either run the fucking ball or you roll out to the opposite side. You should have had Sterling more on those shallow crossing routes. Tez Johnson, as you said, Cade Otton could have been a weapon up the seams. Or if you want to double Hutchinson, if he's going to be on Charlie Heck's side, have Cade Otton hit and release, because that's what they did with Jahmyr Gibbs. That's what they were doing. But I do want to go into the officiating because, Slick, I'm going to get on this and I'm going to hurry up and get off it. However, because I'm seeing a fucking habit and it's getting me mad. It's the same way we played against how we were against the Eagles. I say this, Slick, we have to damn near play flawless football early in order to beat these teams, because let's be real, Detroit was a 6-point favorite. Philly, anytime the media kiss the ass or meat rides these other people, it's almost as if the Bucs don't belong there. It's like when we go in there, we're going against.
It's know your place kind of thing.
Yes,
you'll play.
Know your place.
We see you as a third to sixth seed. So yes. you need to start fucking acting like it and know your role.
Right, and we don't think you're marketable after the Brady situation. Ever since Brady's been gone, it's we like you to be like the little engine that could, but we don't want you to go further, because again, the Mike Evans, that was pass interference like shit. Amon St. Brown running into Jamel Dean, that was offensive interference. Sanel, whatever the fuck his name is, hitting people in the back of the head. Hassan, you should have went back in there and knocked that motherfucker out, but I know that wouldn't have been a smart idea. However, all these plays, the Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
What about the double fucking review? Yeah, he asked him to. He didn't ask for a spot. He asked for a fucking. Did he catch it?
Oh, and that's another thing. Last time I checked, Slick, when the offense and defense are fighting for the ball, it goes to the offense. Now, for all you Detroit Lion fans out there, not the real ones. The real ones I've talked to last night, we good. We're talking to the casuals, the people that just started watching.
With the big mouths.
Running your fucking mouths. Be quiet. Because Slick, when people start trying to tell me how football works, that's where I gotta fuck with you. Because then this is what they were coming into my live word last night and in my TikTok. Yeah, we just overwhelmed y'all. Then I asked football questions. Okay, what personnel did the Bucs run? What kind of defense did the Detroit Lions run to beat the Bucs? Well, I don't know all that. Then shut the fuck up and sit down. This isn't for you. Let grown folks have conversations. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in my live trying to troll because you're an idiot. So yes, that's why Detroit fans, you were bitching last week about Kansas City, and you were right. You got hosed down. Now I'm just gonna put on my conspiracy hat for 1 second, Slick, and I'm gonna let it go.
Oh shit!
Some people could say the NFL said, talk to them and said, you know what? We did fuck you guys over against the Chiefs. So how about this? We're gonna make it up to you and have you and call things in your favor against the Bucs, because every time Campbell walks his ass over to the refs, the officiating just loved him. And I'm gonna, it's bad when Bowles speaks out against the officiating. He's always the kumbaya
he's
guy.
pretty clean cut. He's pretty. Yeah, he's pretty. He keeps it 100.
When Bowles was pissed, that's when I said, yeah, oh, y'all are cheating. When Baker, and I stand beside you, Baker, when he said, man, when I don't deem it fair, I work my ass off. That's right. These guys work their ass off, Slick. And ESPN, NFL Network, Brian Clark, all you motherfuckers out there. These you should know this. These guys work too damn hard to lose due to the hands of media propaganda. Now, Slick, a lot of people act like that doesn't favor teams in games. It does, because in replays, they're going by the emotions of the crowd. Look at how Detroit was when they were bitching. I can guarantee you, Slick, those refs were intimidated. And the dude brought up a brilliant plan, and I'm just going to paraphrase, but he thinks that they should have someone else remote without interaction review shit, because again, Slick, we're not blaming the entire thing, but those were atrocious calls that changed the game. And it reminds me of the Bucs against the Eagles. Quinion Mitchell's bitch ass literally spinning receivers around, but they don't call it. Chris Godwin getting pulled, they don't call it. So excuse us, Detroit fans. So now that you guys won and you got it, the calls your way, now all of a sudden, I thought football was supposed to be fair. That goes out the window. So for you casual Detroit fans, fuck y'all. Be quiet. You got a problem, you can DM me, AJ Turner. Back to you, Slick.
Yeah, I'm just going to respond for a few comments, and we'll go with that. Look, the officiating pissed me off a lot, mainly because there was just some glaring issues. I didn't really understand why you're allowed to double review something. I don't understand it, especially when the coach's challenge is asking for something specifically completely different. He should have lost his challenge, because he never challenged the spot of the ball. He challenged as if it was the pass was caught. Right. Let's go to the Mike Evans one where he got injured. Obvious PI, because he is literally on a back. It has him at the backpack. You can argue, because I won't say it is and it isn't, because there's a lot of physics that go into these things. That was part of the catalyst of what caused him to get knocked out and break his clavicle. Secondly, I'm starting to get annoyed at what a catch is. I can clearly see Mike Evans with the ball in his hands. He's got a body touching him. His knee hits the ground. But then, lo and behold, his hands hit the floor and the ball pops out. But his knee's down. I don't get it, and I don't like what's the complete catch got to be these days. It was really frustrating for me, because I watched it back time and time again. And if you're a runner and you have the ball, and someone, even if they only have to touch you, graze you, and you just trip over by your own will, they did not put you on the ground, and your knee hits the ground, you are down by contact. You had a backpack on you, you caught the ball, and you go down, your knee hits first, you are down by contact as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, you're down by contact. In college, it's a little bit different. In college, as soon as your knee touches the floor, whether anyone touches you, regardless, you are down. Secondly, it was pass interference. And they saw that play time and time again, because Mike Evans was down on the floor for quite some time.
which I did not like, by the way. Side note, I did not like that they kept showing that shit. Make sure he's okay. Go to a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that.
It was a sickening injury seeing someone in that state.
Yes,
because he was out.
He was out, and I did not like that shit. Out. And again,
and I know one thing I want to say is I'm really surprised they didn't cart him off, considering the injury. He was knocked out. He didn't know where the fuck he was. Let's be honest. And they're trying to carry him off the field. I'm like, you don't know, and it's a head and neck injury. I think better precautions need to be made. That guy needs to be put in a brace and be carried off, because you have no idea if that guy's fucked his neck up. It's why they didn't take his helmet off. But that helmet weighs something, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're gonna pick him off the fucking ground, you gotta let him take his helmet off. You either take the helmet off and you help him up. And they never took the helmet off.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was a bit of a piss poor procedural, from my opinion. But that's on our medical team. I didn't really understand it. If someone's got a hit to the head or neck area, I mean, he may have spoken to them and said he's got no pain in his neck. Then why was his helmet taken off?
Mm-hmm.
That thing's got to weigh some fucking thing. You know what I mean? If you got a head and neck injury, you don't want to be wearing those fucking helmets. They're fucking heavy.
Agreed. I agree 100%. And that's why I was really upset, because you're right. Catches don't mean shit anymore unless it's for someone that they want to win. I'm so sorry. I'm going to speak on that because, like you said, the commentators, Troy, Joe Buck, what the fuck? Everything that they were doing was in the favor of Detroit. Even the commentating was biased. Well, yeah, technically he hit the ground. Wait a minute. You're right, Slick. I thought when they hit the ground can't cause a fumble. He completed the catch. He dropped the ball because he was knocked the fuck out.
In my opinion, if his hands hit the floor first, then yeah, I can see that argument. You lost control of the ball because your hands hit the right, because there's got to be a part of the body that considers you down, right? So if no one had, right, so there's two ways I look at this. If you catch the ball and you trip up of your own free will and you fall over and the ball pops out, you could argue that's an incomplete pass, depending on how many strides was made, etc., etc., etc. Right? I think their argument is saying that he never completed the pass. But however, once your knee hits the ground, you are down by contact, so you've completed the pass.
Yeah,
the ball wasn't moving anywhere. No. So you've completed the pass. It wasn't until his hands hit the ground that the ball popped out.
Exactly. I didn't understand it either. I didn't understand this. Like, again, that was more of a crowd moving moment, or just they felt the pressure. But then there's the conspiracy. You guys don't act like that. In Detroit, again, for you Detroit casuals, shut the fuck up, because you were bitching about Kansas City. So, and we supported you. But now when it was your turn and everything went your way, now all of a sudden, no, we got to go by the rules and the technicalities and shit. Nah, I want to get, so yes, the Mike Evans one, Slick, I didn't like when that DB jumped on him, because I can tell you this now, I was pissed. I'm sitting back like, that's not pass interference. He hurt.
It's 100% pass interference. And I think the only thing you could argue with it, and the referee should be better than this, is they got caught up in the commotion of the injury and didn't look at anything else. And I also believe it's true. And we had a year where you could challenge pass interference. I don't think you can anymore, which is stupid. You should be able to challenge anything.
You should be able to.
And if you saw a fucking face mask and they didn't, or you saw holding, if you want to burn a challenge to prove it, by all means, you should be able to look at whatever transgression is put down that you've seen that they didn't see. You should be able to turn around and go, I want you to check holding. I want you to check this, and they'll check it, and if it's right, you keep your challenge. Now, it might get to a point it gets a bit ticky-tacky, and then people, will challenge almost anything. But
it is what it is. At least the game will be level-headed. But we're not here blaming the entire thing, but it's a pattern that is.
Oh no, you put all the refs, Baker, bad coaching.
Bad coaching. And again, Bowles ain't left off the hook. But before we do that, we got a guest lurking in the shadows, guys. You guys gonna like him, especially in the Tampa area. This man gets you hyped all the time, and he brings the northern flavor to the south. Let's give it up for Port Richie Lou. What's good, Port?
What's going on, my brothers? You got
We
Coach Slick on, baby. What's up, baby?
How's
Hey,
it going,
Jay.
brother?
Hey, to the motherfucking Jay, baby. What's up?
Look, man.
Oh man. Oh
What's up?
man. How we coping, brothers?
I ain't coping. I'm pissed. I'm still mad. I'm still mad. You just said what's
No,
up.
no, 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 bro. Let me take a second look, bro. Let me take a second look, and then just let's see what the outcome will be, bro.
Yes.
Motherfuckers. Bro, what the fuck, man?
I
What the fuck, dude? And then we fucking lose Mike. We got a fucking DB on him like for a half hour before the ball fucking arrives. No DPI. The fucking guy makes the catch anyways. He makes the catch anyways, bro. If they review the fucking tape, of course that doesn't get reviewed. Just leave the fucking guy dead on the fucking turf, man. And what the fuck was going on with the turf? Did they wet the motherfucker? Did they do something? I mean, did you see the guys fucking slipping all over the fucking place?
Yeah,
yeah.
We
man.
didn't get the memo.
But
I
the weird thing was they didn't. I think the Bucs wore the wrong fucking cleats.
I just
That's what I'm saying. And you
I
don't you
think
don't think
they,
they
I think they
fucking
wore the wrong
adjusted the
fucking
cleat?
cleats, but it didn't seem to affect them any as much as it affected us.
yeah, and I'll tell you this, Louis.
Well, they were probably aware of what was going on, brother. You know what I'm saying?
One hundred
It's
percent,
called the home field advantage.
one hundred
You know?
percent. And Louis, you saw this. How did the media hype this up? Remember, everything was favoring Detroit after the Kansas City loss. So the Bucs come into town. Now all of a sudden, look, I was at the Bucs game when we played the Eagles in the early half. Do you remember when the Bucs were just getting hosed with the Quinion Mitchell holding Sterling Shepard, grabbing Chris Godwin? Bucky didn't fumble. It doesn't always seem like, Louis, when we are playing the high popular marketing teams, if we are not flawless, it always seems like they make it harder for us. It's always us against the team, the refs, and the media. Look at the pattern. They get away with shit early. Both teams got away with shit early that should have been called. And now we try to make it interesting and fight hard in the end of the second half, but it's too late by then. That's
Oh,
just
all day, brother. I mean, yeah, we play our game, man. But when you got people tugging on you, bro, especially in that Eagles game, that Bitchel was fucking grabbing jerseys and just tugging, man. I mean, just blatant, man. Just blatant. It was like six of them that he just had on him, bro. And then yesterday, I mean, I don't know, man. It's bad enough. Detroit's a good team. Philly's a good team. They don't need the fucking refs to fucking throw in there and get the assist. Come on, bro. Let us play ball, man, and just whatever the outcome is, the outcome is, man. You know. I mean,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you. Look, man. We honestly didn't play our best ball, like I was hearing you guys say, man, there's some coaching involved there. Baker was off, but I think a lot of the Baker deal was the pressure, man. The pressure was getting to him, bro. I mean, they were coming for him, man, and he was getting hit a lot, bro. Um, and just it just didn't work out for us, brother. It wasn't meant to be. But you know what? I'll take that L, brother. I'll take the fucking L, man.
yeah.
I mean, the ref bullshit, they could
Yeah,
keep that shit.
they can
But
keep it.
I'm just, and half the time I say to myself, after you put that quote, that tweet out, man, about, the refs assisting these guys, I'm thinking to myself, we got enough technology now to get the human element out. Fucking AI it, man. Put a fucking drone up or whatever. Put sensors in the fucking field. cameras all over the fucking place. They got enough tech
Absolutely.
to eliminate everything.
That K. Dotton first down, and I do think it was short. Personally, I do. However, the angle that they got it on looked really unfavorable. And when I'm looking at it, it looked like there was a camera literally directed. I'm like, why are they not looking at this fucking camera? It looked like they had one of those pylon cameras directly in front of the first down marker. And I'm like, why are we not looking? Why isn't the first down marker got a camera? You know, the sticks, right?
Mhm.
The stick, one of the sticks, the first down stick should have a camera attached to it.
There was. It was visible.
Time.
It was visible. You could see the orange stick, and it had a little circle on it. And that fucker had a camera. But the fucking camera angle that they were giving us was from the side on an angle. You couldn't see it direct on.
No,
Please tell me that's not the angle they were using. You know what I'm saying?
It looks short. And I would like to see the other another one. Why have we not got an aerial drone? We can get an. You know what I mean? There are certain things we can do shit. So we can see these things.
They got that AI shit, man. They got fucking unmanned drone that will follow your ass, man. That will follow you, man. You could go out right now to Best Buy, buy a drone. If you pay a little cash, that motherfucker, if you're on a boat, you send that thing up and it'll follow the boat. That's what we got. Imagine $1 billion company like the NFL. Come on, bro.
Easier. They just put sensors in the ball.
Yeah.
It's a lot that could have happened, guys, but we know the deal. They want this story, the narrative.
Oh my God! The Detroit Lions haven't lost back-to-back games since 2022. Campbell's their stud.
Remember, when they like the new pony, that's what Detroit is, the new pony that they like to ride, because Campbell is a great coach, and he is. They got Amon-Ra, they got Gibbs, they got Hutchinson, they got Detroit is a revived city. It's revived.
Likeable quarterback.
Yes.
They got it. They got a lot, and they got a lot to be proud of. But they don't need big handed wins.
They don't need handed wins. And we're gonna get off because I know you got some Eagle fans out. I mean, Detroit and Eagle fans out there.
Oh my God! Are we gonna just blame officiating?
No, motherfucker. We're gonna talk football, something that a lot of you can't. So for you Eagle fans and Detroit fans, when I ask questions about because they said what is with you and the 11 and 10 personnel, that shows me something. Port and Slick. They don't know what that means. So if any of you Detroit fans out there are watching, I'll help you. You know, your 11-man personnel is your 1 running back, your 1 tight end, and your 3 wide receivers. Do you got that? That's what that means.
The first number is always the running back. The second number is always the tight ends.
So do you get it now out there, Detroit fans? Do you know what that means? Oh, I got another one. When we do our motion, when we do the jet or the fly. Now, for people out there, when you do the jet, the person runs and they snap the ball before. The fly is when they do it after he gets to where he needs to go. Do you got that, Detroit fans? Because I'm going to challenge people's football standards, because you're not going to tell me how something works. And then when I ask you the basics, now I'm a jerk, an asshole. No, that's why. Now let's get on the defensive side, fellas. Bowles, I still give you a B+, but it could have been an A+ if you cut this shit out. Stop this. Stop with the cushion coverage. You want to know how Almond got that first touchdown, fellas? Why are you leaving this man running in soft zone? Jam him on the line of scrimmage. Amon-Ra not A.J. Brown. Amon-Ra is not Mike Evans. He's a smaller Y. And again, for you slow folks out there, the X is someone who's vertical. He's in the opposite side of the tight end. The Y is the slot. The Z is the flanker. I'm here to educate and entertain, fellas. So Amon-Ra he's a Y. He gets his shit going in the slot. Don't give him any room to run. Jam him. But Bowles, you went to I gotta play it safe. I just don't want to get beat over the top. And what happened? I got beat over the top. Come on, Bowles. You got to do better than that, sir. And again, I still give you the defense still did their job because let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to ask you this, Port. If it wasn't for the defense, the Bucs would have gotten beaten 38-9.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, all day, bro. All day. Yeah, the defense kept us in the game, bro. They kept us in the game because our offense couldn't move the ball. I just I don't understand the lack of creativity that I did not see out there. Grizz is better than this. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's better than this, man. What? Why aren't you running the ball behind our boy Tristan, man? You know what I'm saying? You got that gorilla out there, man. Send him fucking right, White. Oh, that guy White, man. I love him, man, but he puts his head down and there's no vision, man. You can't see the players come if you're looking at the ground, bro. I'm just, I,
We like White, but White is not. He's not Bucky. He's not the explosive playmaker out of the backfield. I get what you're saying, Port. This is a guy that you want to sustain your run and attack, be efficient, and keep the defenders honest. He's not a home run hitter. I feel you. He's not a home run hitter. Shit, I'd rather see Tucker because he's more explosive coming out the back or get some tossing plays. This is what we're saying. Port and Slick, where was the creativity? Grizzard, you folded. You got scared. And if you allow one man to mess with your game, and that's in Hutchinson, then again, you showing me that you have more confidence in the ops than your own team. You should have been like, fuck Hutchinson. We'll double that bastard. And then we'll chip him with Otten, and he's going to release. Oh, you want to blitz? It's funny. What did Campbell do, guys, when he got up? He kept releasing the hounds. He kept blitzing. The middle was always open. I'm running a seam. I'm having Otten. Hey, if they're going to blitz like that, go up the seam. Hey, Tez, shallow crossing route right here. I got you. A Mecca. Give me a dig route. Hell, have put Tez on the outside and make him go run deep. He's got the hands and he's got some separation skills. Again, we know this, Grizzard. If me sitting here in the comfort of my home is willing to take these chances, why aren't you? You don't know what you can do unless you try. Take advantage of these backups. You gave this team hope. You gave Detroit the ammunition. All right, answer these questions. Go ahead, Slick. Go ahead.
I'm on my phone, man. It's so small I can't read.
I'll read it. What have any of those OCs done that wasn't off the back of Baker playing great ball? It's the same reason none of them are working as head coaches, in my opinion. Dritz, this is Grizzard's first stunt being a coordinator. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but like Port said, you know better. We didn't come out flat like this against the 49ers. We didn't come out flat like this against the Seahawks. So I'm just trying to figure out what happened in that first half, Port and Slick. What did they do? What was Detroit doing to make them feel so overwhelmed? I just don't. That is the big question I want to know.
It's miscues, man. Like if you look at it, it's miscues. Like we just weren't clean in our execution. I think a lot of the plays just didn't really. I don't think they got a beat on what Detroit was trying to do defensively because they flipped between man and zone. Yeah. They should have really put in coverage beaters for both. So when they call the plays, we know that they call more than one, right? Right. Give them a running play, give them a zone beater, give them a man beater. And then it's on Baker to make that decision of whether they're in zone or man.
Right.
Or you have a play that can kind of do a hybrid of both, right? Because there are certain plays and route combinations that can put stress on both. But eventually they kind of figured it out because you saw that in the net when they play with a bit more urgency and they play with a bit more panache, that they started to look like they could move the football. The problem was it was just a little too late And even then, like, they had to go on 4th down a couple of times. So it's not like it was that fucking perfect. I think the problem is they really need to take a hard look at what works and what doesn't work, in my opinion, because there are things that within our scheme that don't seem to work. And it was almost like we dialed everything up that doesn't work to try and make it work.
Mm-hmm. And I think, Chris, you said this best. What do I always say? Now, Port, you're not on here a lot, but what's my favorite thing that Baker does that I like to see Baker do, Slick?
Rollouts.
Roll out, Port. I need that rollout. Roll that shit out on Worth's side. Because you want to know why? Hutchinson, he quick, but he ain't quick enough to where if Baker is out there making moves, because you got 2 good scenarios. One, if Baker doesn't see anything, fellas, he can just take off. Or if he's on the run and you design a good play, I always think like this, in my opinion. You need to have these 3 type of receivers. The one shallow crossing route guys, that is his insurance policy. Bless you. If there is no one out there, if there's nothing, okay, he's right there. You need to have a receiver one guy going a fly. Then you need to have someone on that side, Slick, the same as the X or Z, running the skinny post. Confuse the defenders. Make the linebackers have to choose what to do, because Baker can make it happen. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Bucs run more bunch. I want to see more trips. I want to see mesh.
I saw them. They ran a heck of a lot of. They didn't run any mesh. Not really. I didn't see any mesh, but they ran quite a fair bit of bunch. But they played. I don't know if you prefer wide bunch or nasty bunch.
I like wide bunch.
Wide bunch. Okay, they played exclusively nasty.
Yeah, exactly. I like wide bunch because
okay,
I want to spread them up. I want to. No homo. I just want to spread motherfuckers out. There we go. No homo. Pause. I want defenses. If you think about it, Lou, Slick, linebackers really didn't have a lot of fucking stress. It was get after Baker, get after the run backs. If there is a receiver with a short pass or a tight end, clamp them up. Because even when that controversial Otten 1st down, it wasn't going anywhere, to be quite honest. You should have had him run something straight and take a little. You should have had him run like a little slant or something. It wasn't there. I think Grizzard, unfortunately, and again, if anybody else, of Buck fans, if you don't like what I'm saying, you can go to the other people. I'm sorry. We're here to keep it a buck. We here to talk real football. We are fans of the game. We love our team. But when he does well, we praise him. We praise them. When you fuck up, we're going to call you out on it. So at this point, they have to go back and understand this, y'all. Aggression. Isn't that what you want to see, Lou? Don't you want to see more aggression on both sides of the ball?
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, bro. And that's what we didn't see, man. And like you said, man, if they're blitzing you, man, punish them. Because you know there's the angles there. They're good. They're coming. Just dump it over, you know. Have a Boca come across. Taz, even Otten, bro. Whatever, man. Have one of the running backs, man, go out there, brother. I didn't get it, man. And just, you know, and we didn't really test this secondary, man. I mean, there was some times, man, and you know, there was the fact that Baker wasn't on, man. But I think Baker was just hearing the footsteps, man, because they were pressuring us big time, man. You know, they found a weakness on the O-line, man, and they were just punishing us with it, man. You know?
That's all. Yep, you're right, bro. That's all they did. And Baker, again. Now, and I want to side note, do you see how quick, and it's all right, because this is only going to make us stronger, Buck fans and fellas. They're so quick to fucking dethrone the Bucs. We went from like number 1 to power rankings to like number 7 or 8. My God.
Yeah.
They just literally so losing to the second best team in the NFC at that time, and we just tumble that far. You got Green Bay over us. You got really, mind you, we're 5-2. The 49ers are over us. We beat the 49ers. So
I don't
this
get
is how
it.
we know that the media just don't want what's best for the Bucs. Like you said, Slick, they just want us to be that nice little 4th, 5th seed, maybe 6th, where, oh, that's a cute story.
They can make some noise, and we'll see what happens in the playoffs, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to prove them wrong. Despite Evans going out, you're right.
I mean, they're desperate for us to lose the division. If Baker wasn't playing so well, they would be talking about how like someone's going to dethrone us.
Exactly.
But because Baker was playing so well, they kind of just had to, he's playing an MVP. He was playing at an MVP level. They were like, well, we can't really turn around and say they're going to lose the division anymore. So we're going to have to shut the fuck up on that one, because before the season started, we were talking about, I don't know if the Buccaneers are going to win another one, because the Falcons have got so much better. They're so much better in everything that they do. And Carolina, you can't sleep on Carolina. And then all of a sudden, the season happens. Again, the second best team in the division is actually Carolina, which is, I kind of felt that could go the course. They absolutely fucking clapped the cheeks of the fucking Falcons, but they haven't beat anybody of notice. And I'm going to go into this because as much as we're negative right now, this is one thing that needs to happen. The Buccaneers have just broken up with their girlfriend. They now need to go and get some pussy, and that pussy is the New Orleans Saints. We're going to take a trip to New Orleans. We're going to the bayou. We're going to find some chick. You don't have to be pretty. We're just going to smash, and pound that shit till we feel better about ourselves. And then when we're bringing it back, we're going to get rested up. Boom! We back.
100%. And that is a beautiful thing. Buck fans, we're upset. We're frustrated, but we're not giving up. There is no fire Bowles. I stand behind Bowles. I support Bowles. Your Buccaneers are 5-2. A lot of people thought the Bucs around this time would be 3-3. At best, 4-4.
Yeah.
Best 4-3. We gonna go in there, and you take your frustrations out on New Orleans. You can rest 6-2. I love that shit. 6-2. Then most likely Godwin will come back after the bye week. Godwin will have more, and Bucky will be back. I think McMillan will be a little later on down the line, but help is on the way after the bye week. Maybe this is what Grizzard needs. Put it this way: we've seen this before. We come out swinging for the past 2 years. Port, the past 2 years when we are in after the bye week, the Bucs just all of a sudden come out swinging, and the biggest difference is we're not behind the 8 ball anymore. Remember, we was 2-4, fucking 3-5. Now if we can go into the bye week 6-2, how you think that's gonna make the morale feel in the 8-1-3 Port? Oh, I think Port froze on us. I know Port is gonna be hyped and delighted for that shit. Oh,
absolutely.
I think we lost it, but it's all good.
It is as simple as that. And you go in, you've got to beat this. I don't care how beating the Saints does not need to be flashy because of how injury ravaged we are. I am more than happy for us to scrape a 1-point win. Just beat fucking Saints. You beat them at their. We're playing them at their place. Yeah, we're playing. Yes. We're playing the Superdome, right? So that means if the Buccaneers win this game, that means they've won. They only have to play their division rivals at home, except for against the Panthers.
Yep.
That's 3 games against our division rivals at home. That's a real big thing. So I think you go into this, you tap that ass, you walk up, clap them cheeks, Mecca have a day, whatever. The goal is just come out with the fucking win, rest up, get right, come back, playing at home against the Patriots, and we'll start doing this thing. And then once you got past the Patriots, the Bills, and the Rams, we go into the home stretch, and the home stretch is smooth as the baby's ass. We go Cardinals. We go Cardinals at home. We go Saints at home. We go Falcons at home. Thursday night football. That will be the division cider. I believe we'll win that motherfucker. Then we go and beat the Panthers. Then we're going to beat the Dolphins, and we'll see what we'll do against the Panthers in the last game of the season, just because we might be resting guys. I hope we aren't. I hope we go full throttle, finish that bitch good. I'm telling you, if we can win this game, as you said, 6-2, we go into the next 4 games, and we can split that in half. Bare minimum, mind. The Buccaneers are then 8-4. And then go Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, and finish that shit off. 5 wins, done.
5 wins, and even with that though, my theory is still up there, Lou and Slick. I said the ceiling is 15. Now, mind you, we don't. That's the ceiling. The floor is to me was 11.
But, was 11. Yeah.
But in reality, it'll be between 13 and 14. But here's why I'm still holding that hope for 15, like you said, Slick. We're going to be getting pieces back. Now, I don't know if we're going to get Gedeke after the bye week, but let's just say
I think you'll find that's a Decemberism.
Okay, even with that being said, we don't know what the Bills are going to be like. We don't know, Slick. We don't know.
I would just beat them.
We don't know. The Rams, they're a very beatable team. I'm not as worried about those teams anymore, Slick, like I normally would be. The Bills, for all we know, they don't have an offense. And if McMillan comes back by that game, now Godwin will have a few games under his belt. And you said this before, bro. The younger guys, Tez, Cam, those guys will start getting more accoladed. They're going to be more
playing that offense for sure.
Yeah, they're going
to get chemistry up.
They'll get that chemistry. But I think Emeka is going to have a monster second half of the bye week. Slick, I just see it. I think he's going to be on a tear. Now, one thing that he's going to have to do, Slick, he's going to have to learn how to take some shots, because that Detroit game a little bit, he was kind of going, fuck that. But I think he'll get better with that. But you're right. I think with McMillan coming back, now that we're going to have a plethora, but Slick, when Gedeke comes back, this offense is going to go the fuck off even more, because now we'll be 80% at capacity, at strength, and the other guy, all he has to do is be average, and we'll take care of business. And you just said it. Those teams that we're playing in December will be a cakewalk. I'm sorry. Cardinals will be done by then. You said it. Falcons, they got to go through some shit. The Falcons might not even Slick, like you said.
AJ, let's dive into the future of what our division looks like, right? So we know what we're going to do. We know what our division's going to do. You know, we know what we're about. So the Falcons just won their game, lost their game against the Niners, right? So they're going to go against the Dolphins. They'll probably win that game. Then they got the Patriots. That's not a gimme. It's not a guaranteed one. I would call it one of their 50-50 games. Then they have the Colts. They'll probably lose that game.
Yep.
The Panthers could do the double on them. Then they come against the Saints. The Saints have always had that rivalry with them, but I do think they'll win it. They'll have the Jets. They'll win that one. Then they got the Seahawks. That's a 50-50 game.
I think that's I
think we'll lose. They go Cardinals. That's a tough game. But I think it's one of those ones that they could win. Then they go Rams. So the amount of games I'm saying here that could be tough for them. Rams. I'm not going to say Cardinals because I just don't think the Cardinals are that good. Seahawks, us, Panthers, Colts, Patriots. There's 6 games there, dude.
And I think
6 games that are going to be considered tough.
And I think they're going to lose 4.
And we've got 3 that I consider tough.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots are going to be good. I don't think they're great, but I think they're going to be good. And I think you've got the Bills and
the Rams.
The Rams. That's really the only real stressful games for me right now. Carolina Panthers. Let's have a little snoop what they're up to. They're going to go and play the Bills. That's going to be interesting because we're going to see if the Bills want to bounce back.
Yep.
Then they go Packers. Packers will probably win that game. Then they go Saints. They'll win that game. Then they go Falcons. I reckon they'll win that game. Then they got the Niners, the Rams, and they finish off with us twice and the Seahawks. There you go.
Ooh,
One. If I had to pick games, and I call them 50-50s because I don't want to say they're going to lose, but we'll give them the benefit of it. I would say the games that they will struggle in will be us, the Seahawks, Rams, Niners, and the Packers and the Bills. That's 7 games that they have that are potential. But can we talk about who they've beaten? Because yes, they're the number 2 team in our division. Let's talk about who they actually fucking beat.
the Jets.
They
The
have beaten
Falcons.
the Falcons, which is their signature win of the season. That's their big win of the season. Remind me, are the Falcons a winning football team yet?
No.
No. So they haven't beaten anyone with a winning record. They beat the Dolphins barely, who are the second worst team in football. They beat the Jets, who are the worst team in football. They beat the Cowboys, who can't fucking do anything. So they're winning, and credit to them. But they've had an easy slate of games. Their first few games was Steelers, who are good but aren't great. Jags, who have had a bit of a revival, but they're starting to look very normal now. Cardinals, they lost to, who don't look that great either. They obviously beat the Falcons, lost to the Patriots, got blown the fuck out by the Patriots, and then they had a scrape like field goal level win against the Dolphins. Again, another one versus the Cowboys. And I'm okay with wins that are scrappy. That's fine. And then they had what's called like the most fucking boring game in football with a 13-6 win against the Jets. So then they have a harder schedule, I think, ahead of them out of all of us. Yeah. I think the schedule gets easier for us big time. I think it's us gets the easier schedule. Then it's the Falcons. Then it's Carolina, and obviously New Orleans. It's going to be pretty fucking brutal because they go us, Rams. Then they go Panthers. Then they go Falcons. Then they go Dolphins. They might win the Dolphins game. Then they got us. Then they got the Panthers. They win the Jets game. They got the Titans. So they could squeeze in 3 wins. Their schedule's not that bad. We're the problem on their schedule. Us and the Rams.
Yep. Yes, and Lou and Slick. If I'm the Bucs and you play the Saints, kick the shit out of them early. So, like you said,
make you if you let a team like that hang around.
Yes,
it's a divisional game. They can be inspired. They can have a nice little rally talk. If you fuck them in the ass early and make them feel that sting, there ain't nothing no coach gonna say. There ain't nothing no guy with a C on his chest ain't gonna say nothing to rally that team.
I'm with Slick, bro. You bring Mandingo, Black Mamba. Black Mamba. You bring it, man. You let them know, bro. You know what I'm saying? You let them know what the fuck is going on, man.
Yes.
And they just have them walk it off, bro. But fuck it, man. They're going to have to take some dick and like it, man. Because we coming, baby. We coming. New Orleans, man. Woo-hoo! Daddy's home. Motherfuckers. Bro, and you know, we got some games coming up, man. Absolutely, man. I totally agree, man. I think the hardest games coming up, like you guys said, man, the Rams, the Bills, and who else, man? Who else we fucking play? The Patriots. I ain't worried about the fucking Patriots. Fuck those motherfuckers, man. I got some May right here for them motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Fuck them motherfuckers, brother Patriots. Fuck out of here with that shit. The fucking pretenders, man. They're gonna come and fucking know the contenders are here, brother. The pirate ship's coming, bitches, and hide the women and children, because some Dickens is gonna be coming inside her.
Now, Nick and Lou, that is the game right there that the Bucs coming out of the bye week. Like we said, that you got to beat the shit out of the Saints, the Patriots. You got to put belt the ass to them to show that you are established. And I'm not talking about 30 points. Bowles needs to, and Grizzard need to come out with the idea of saying, no, let's put 40 on these motherfuckers so we can extend our will. Look, the bye week will be coming at the perfect time for us. People will heal. People will rest. Grizzard can go to the drawing board, and now he'll know, Slick, in 2 weeks, this is what the fuck works. This is what doesn't work. This is what we need to do. We're getting pieces back. Okay, like I said, Bucky will be back. Major boost. McMillan, I don't think he'll be back yet until maybe we play the
Early
Rams or
December.
Bills. Yeah, early December. Gedeke. Again, it's a blessing in disguise, guys. Those guys will come back. Gedeke coming back, I honestly think, puts this offense back into where it needs to be. Like I said, the guard next to him just needs to be average. Michael Jordan can be average. We don't need him to be great. He's not Cody. He can be average. As long as he's average, this line is going to thrive. And then Gedeke can get his wings. And then we're going to just get his win back. Again, December is a cakewalk, Slick. I'm going to fucking say it right now. If we do what we need to do, the Panthers twice, and like you said, fellas, and Slick said this beautifully, you could, if you do your fucking job, we can wrap the NFC South up by the time we play the Falcons on Thursday night. And what makes it sweeter, you embarrass them the way they embarrass us on Thursday. If I'm the Bucs, I'm showing Levante David that fucking Thursday night massacre against the Falcons. I want you to inflict that pain on them. That's where I want to go with this. And again, Buck fans, we're 5-2. The ship is not sunk. We took a hit, but you know what we did? We patched that shit up. We patched that bitch up, and we're good to go, and we pissed. Don't worry, Detroit. You got your little win. That's beautiful. But again, for you new casual motherfuckers out there, you haven't even been to the dance yet. You don't even know what it's like to fill up and grind on a girl with a big old ass yet. You've been watching from the outside. You haven't even gotten in there yet. You haven't been to the Super Bowl yet. So shut the fuck up and calm down. And you know what? You won't be going back because when we get there in the playoffs, Evans will more likely come back. And remember, Lou and Slick, they said realistically, Canty can come back.
Yeah.
Now, isn't that a good omen? Didn't Vita Vea come back in the playoffs? And what did we do?
Sir.
So we will have our revenge if you even make it that far, Detroit.
All I can say is I hope Bowles has learned, and I think you saw it in that game. Like
none of this.
If you take away that one big run, because that there are two plays that killed us in that game from their perspective that we failed to stop. The first one was the 78-yard rushing touchdown. We don't give those up, really.
No,
we don't. It's very uncharacteristic of a Bowles defense. It is extremely uncharacteristic. However, it happened. That was probably the catalyst, the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, if that's not it, it's allowing them to score in the third quarter.
Agreed.
One of those two. If you take away that score, or they only get 3 points, you take 3 points off the final score of the game, and it ain't as bad as what you think it is. So if you take a 21, 29, you're kicking field goals to win the game. You don't have to go for it on fucking. You don't have to go for a full down.
Yeah,
exactly.
So again, y'all, we are gonna be fine. We got this. And like the Kardashians, the Bucs suffer from gap integrity. I like that. I like that shit. Lou, we'll let you get on up out of here. What is your final words and that motivation that I want you to give to the Bucs personally, the players, and the community? So when you get it straightened out, Lou, we want to hear that. We want to hear it. All right, Lou, hold on. I'm gonna bring. I think. Look, there's so much intensity in here. Hold on, Lou. We'll bring you back up. You back up, Lou? Lou.
Hey, bro, I'm here.
Give us your final thoughts that you want to give to the Bucs and the Bucs fans.
All right, look. My final thoughts are this, man. Look, we got our L, okay? It ain't the fucking end of the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look, every successful person in life has taken 1,000 failures before they got that fucking dub. And you fucking take your failures, bro, and you use them as your fucking learning tool, motherfuckers. So you got to take this to the fucking lab see what the hell went on, you fucking correct it, and you come back and you smash some fucking pussy. That's what I'm fucking saying, man. And fucking the Saints are the $2 hole that we taking around the shed, and we gonna fucking put the belt to the ass, and she gonna scream our name because I forget what my name is. B-U-C, bitches. B-U-C, bitches. What? Daddy's home. That's what I'm saying, bro. And we're taking it to the Saints, the Patriots, whoever else want to fucking step the fuck up, come get your dick. Come get you, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? If you want to suck some, you can suck my nuts. Pick one, left or right. I don't give a fuck. Motherfuckers, it's a Bucs world. You motherfuckers are just squirrels trying to get a nut. And I got your nut right here, motherfuckers. And that's how it's going to be.
Eloquent. So eloquent. I'm going to put that on the back of my car. All right, Port Richie Lou, take care of yourself, and everybody go follow Port Richie Lou on Twitter. He knows his shit. Go Bucs. Take care, bro.
Go Bucs, baby. Boom, bitches.
Boom. I love that shit. On that note, I'm going to get my ass up. The dude is about the graces.
He's gonna get crew, baby.
I am smelling like the roses somebody gave me on my birthday deathbed. I am smelling like the roses somebody gave me 'cause I'm dead and broke.
Yeah, little grunge music for you, boys.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Lou. Maybe try Senka. Little decaf. Lou. We love Lou. We love the Buccaneers Nation, but let me tell you what we don't love. We don't love wide receivers being tackled when the ball's in the air. We don't love offensive linemen named after loose change smacking motherfuckers in the head. Penny Sewell. We don't like Dan Campbell. Dude, first of all, bro, your nose and cheeks were red and you were indoors. Alcoholic much? Referee. You saw that motherfucker trip Baker. You saw it. I saw you see it. We saw you see it. And you're like, well, he's got a wandering leg. What is that? Restless leg fucking syndrome? Get the fuck out of here. Buccaneers, you took it in the ass. Part of it you deserve. Baker. Shaquille O'Neal's not on your wide receiving core, so you can't be throwing it 18 feet in the air. Okay. Baker. Every time we do a montage on the pregame show, the network comes out and they roll out and they come visit your house or talk about this. Baker off the field. Everything's awesome. This shit happens. Quit doing interviews, bro. Go have a smoke. Okay? Quit doing stupid shit. Todd Bowles. The difference between the Lions and the Buccaneers on Sunday, and the difference between the Lions and the rest of the teams we played this year, was when the Lions went up 2 scores, Dan Campbell said, good, now it's time to unleash the dogs. When you go up by 2 scores, Bulls, you're like, well, we better hold the dogs back a little bit. We wouldn't want to get, too far ahead or sound like we're trying to run up the score or be poor sportsmanship. Detroit showed you how you're supposed to act with a lead. I need you to learn that, Mr. Bulls. Jason, whether or not Hassan Reddick is out for 1, 2, 3, or 50 weeks, the edge rushing needs some help. The deadline is within the next 2 weeks. Go do something. I'm not really counting on a Max Crosby, Trey Hendrickson type deal. I know you like them draft picks more than a fat kid loves cake, but you can go get us some help. You can go get us some rotation. And Hassan, you about to get chopped. And that's an old school reference there. Hassan Chop. So, Hassan, you've done your pressure thing. Pressures are good, but when you got a motherfucker in the pocket like Jared Goff, who somehow is transformed into this cool as a cucumber fucking quarterback, pressures aren't going to cut it. That 1 second that you need to get to the quarterback, that's what you should be practicing on. Your get off, your swim move. But dude, I watched you, Hassan. I watched you get smacked in the head, and it took you out the game. I watched Aiden Hutchinson know what play it was when the ball was snapped and didn't even engage with the lineman and try to rush the quarterback. He walked 3 yards upfield and stood in the backfield waiting for you to throw that bullshit screen pass. If they know the players are coming, there's a problem. Grizzard, you're learning on the job. Good for you. But come on, man. You've got a guy in his 30s, which in NFL talk is geriatric, coming off a hamstring injury, and you got this dude out here running fly routes down the field. Every talking head, whether you like him or not, had it right. Mike Evans yesterday should have been the distraction, should have been the decoy. Let him run a little route, let him get the main coverage guy, their best coverage guy, and then work the rest of the receivers, because they're all backups. They were all backups. They were backups, man, backups. Well, we had our backups in too. Right, but we sat here all off season, Bucs fans, all the DVOA stat geeks, all the fantasy geeks, talking about the Buccaneers got themselves 4 number 1 wide receivers. Well, if we're only missing 2 or 3 of them, that means we still got a number 1 wide receiver. Or did that change? Now, I understand I'm a little late to the show here, so I didn't get to hear everything y'all rant and raved about. But what I will say this before I jump off here and bid adieu. Shout out to all the boys holding it down at Bucs Report. Pre-game show with AJ. The post-game show literally in the middle of the morning, live from the UK with Coach Slick. I'll put it this way. Hey, Slick, that post-game show, rightfully so, was quicker than my prom date, bro. And I got to appreciate that. Slick's like, we're live. We lost. Good night. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. But I do got to shout out to all the guys holding it down on the live stream. Dan Holme, Louie on the Frozen Pirate Pod, and, of course, all the writers at Bucs Report. Don't forget, best of the base sports columnist, best of the base sports writer, Carter Bramley. Yeah, I know you out there that listen and hate this platform. I know that sticks in your craw. So what I'm going to tell you is it wasn't just this year. That's two-time back-to-back sweep in both categories. Bucs Report is always going to be here to talk the shit, put out the content. These two gentlemen here provide basically the lead. They're the face of the franchise, if you will. They're the ones who speak to the masses from the point of view of a fan, but with actual knowledge of the game. And that's my problem. A lot of these people out here, especially over on that TikTok, you think because you put a football emoji in your profile that somehow you're an expert. Somehow you know this or that. Yet you said, like the little thing on the screen earlier said, you think gap integrity means not letting somebody hit that pussy. Okay? So cover 2, cover 3, you think we're talking about some kind of makeup for the girls when they got pimples. That's my point. It's okay to not understand or know the game you're watching. You can still enjoy it. But please, for my sanity, for Slick's sanity, for AJ's girl, his beloved sanity, quit coming on this man's TikTok acting stupid, being ignorant. You're going to give this man who ain't even 40 a coronary of stupidity. So take this clip, AJ, put it on TikTok, and tell them the Bucs Report DMs on every platform are open. You want to come talk shit? You want to act stupid? I'll be your Huckleberry. But don't be talking stupid shit to the guys who actually either know, play, or coach the game. That said, that was a public service announcement. Now, big shout out. We added the legendary host of Locked On Bucks podcast, James Yarko, this week as a writer for Bucks Report. Massive shout out to him. Pretty sure if he listens to this show, he might have second thoughts about it, but he's a family guy. So, we won't say fuck too many times, but fuck, I mean, we got to say fuck at least fucking 10 times, right? So, and Port Richie Lou, has that man ever done a live show not in his car?
Hey, everybody has their sanctuary or they place.
I feel you, but hey, 5-2, went from the number 1 seed to the 4th seed. Not a good weekend for Buccaneer football. Not a good weekend in the entire state of Florida for football, but I'm going to leave that college shit for another time. I want to thank the two gentlemen above me here for giving me the opportunity to come on here and talk my shit. I want to say shout out to the people in the comments section, whatever the fuck a Dritz 924 is. I don't know, but thank you for tuning in. Christopher Cole, as always, man. Thank you very much. And anybody else that might be listening and are too scared to comment because we'll be fucking with you. We appreciate all the support. Buccaneers, who they got on deck now? Who we play next week?
The New York Taints. I'm sorry, the New Orleans Skanks. I mean,
who that?
New Orleans Skanks. The gumbo. Yeah, we're gonna piss all in their gumbo.
Wait, what's their record?
I think 1-5.
1 what?
Yeah.
1-5. Isn't that the amount of dollars you need in your pocket to get a fucking Little Caesars pizza, Cam Jordan?
Yep.
All right. Again, I know it's late in the UK. I know AJ got to get on TikTok and learn some knowledge. Again, much gratitude for everything that the guys do here on game day. Shout out to Coach Slick. He'll be pimping his football team that he coaches. Yes, he coaches the football team. So go argue with the fucking wall, you idiots. And AJ, AJ's blowing up on TikTok. Check him out on YouTube. He'll tell you before he gets off the air because he ain't dumb. And make sure you go to bucksreport.com. Click it all. Click it. Special shout out to Sports Talk Florida for allowing us to stream on their Twitter account because I am not paying that rich motherfucking South African $10 a month for a blue check mark. So, with that said, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Fuck the Saints, fuck the Falcons, and Carolina, we don't even acknowledge you.
Yes, sir. On that note, yes, y'all. Appreciate it. Again, Bucks Report, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. We everywhere. We're here. AJ Turn Up. Check me out on TikTok. As always, though, Slick, check out my YouTube channel. It's about bucking time called Give Coach Slick an Opportunity. We're going to get Slick on these TikToks one of these days because I would love to have you so-called people out there who know the game go talk to a coach who actually coaches defense. So, Slick, you're going to just ask the basic shit. Hell, ask them what the difference is between a 4-eye and a 7 linebacker. What is the difference between an off-ball linebacker and an on linebacker?
My favorite one to do with anyone is how if you want to get sexy, I always go, what nasty? Ask them what a nasty player is. What's a nasty player? They'll lose their fucking minds.
Exactly. And that's what we want to do because TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, all of a sudden now it's a place where you can have a lot of followers and be dumb. Yes. And stupid. There's a difference. I'm going to tell you this before.
I don't think they could handle a person with my accent knowing what I know.
Oh, don't worry. You'll cook them. But there's a difference, ladies and gentlemen, between ignorance and stupidity. Ignorance, Slick, you don't know something, but you are willing to learn it. Stupidity is when you don't know, but yet you want to fake like you know or be spiteful. That's when you are a dumbass. On that note, y'all, I'm out. Take care of yourself, Brother Slick. And as always, go Bucks. Fuck you, Saints. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Fuck them Saints. Okay, guys, who dat? Fuck that. We up against the Saints. Gotta get our shit right. Get this win. Get it in the bag. Get into the butt. Come back out gunning. That's the plan. It's what it's got to be. Help is not on the way for this game. I don't care how we win this game. We need to win it. Don't matter how we win it, in my opinion. We just need to win it. Go into that 6-2. Get right, get hype, come out guns blazing, and see how it goes. This is something that me and AJ have always said. This is Coach Bowles' bugaboo. The middle of the season. Look at him historically. He does not do well in the middle of the season. Right now, he's doing okay. Right now, he's doing okay. But we need more. Right now, he's in a position. I would say this time last year, he'd have lost 3 games by now. So he's +1 than he normally is. So if he goes into this bye week with just the 1 loss, just the 2 losses, comes out gun blazing. And I tell you what, picking Emeka Buka has been the pick of the year for us. Because he has come out and done things. The wide receiving core has been beat up and he has kept it down. Bucs fans, show your appreciation. Follow the channel. Follow the written content. There's a lot of good written content out there. There's a lot of shows. Dan Holme and what he does. You got the Frozen Pirate podcast. You got the Creamsicle Chronicles. You have us. And you can find us all. I believe you can find us all on iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts, whether it be, I listen through Amazon Music, so check it out on Amazon Music, check it out on Spotify, whatever you use, you can find us, stick it on in the car, disagree, agree, find us on Twitter, find us on, it's all out there, guys. We're available to be spoken to. We want y'all to come on and talk your shit because that's what this show's about. This show is about fans venting after whatever's happened. And it can be venting good and it can be venting bad. This week, it's venting bad. It's venting bad. Bucs fans, get yourselves ready. We got a big fucking game ahead of us. It's what we want. It's what we need. We can get back on track with a win. It's that simple. Win this game, get back on track, start flowing. Bucs on me, Bucs on free. 1, 2, 3. Go Bucs!
I don't know what to